This can make or break your ACL recovery, knee extension, range of motion. You might be thinking, John, what the heck is knee extension range of motion? And basically it's the fancy medical way of saying, how far does your knee straighten? One of the most important milestones that we must achieve early as possible in this process is restoring full, symmetrical, keyword, extension range of motion. Why? This sets the stage for everything that you will do, or possibly not do so well, down the line in your ACL recovery journey. I cannot tell you how many ACLers that I speak to who are months or even years out from ACL surgery, and they're having pain, weakness, or just trouble with doing certain activities, and they still don't have full knee extension range of motion. So let's start with, what is full extension range of motion? What does that actually mean? You may have heard that getting your knee to 0 degrees or flat or some word that will describe any of these two things is enough. But I will be the first one to tell you that if your non-surgical knee can hyperextend, right, then your surgical knee better be able to do the same. Getting to 0 or flat is not good enough if your surgical leg looks like this, if your non-surgical leg can hyperextend. And most people will naturally have some degree of hyperextension. So it's absolutely critical that we restore this to be exactly symmetrical to our non-surgical leg. Restoring symmetry is so important, yet so commonly overlooked. Now, not only do we need full extension range of motion when we're lying down or when we're sitting, like in these pictures that were just shown, but we also need to be able to express that full knee range of motion in a standing position. Doing this quick test here can give you a nice gauge of what your knee extension range of motion looks like when you're standing. So now we know what full knee extension looks like. Let's talk about why it's actually so important. Number one, if your knee is not fully straight, then the normal mechanics of your knee joint are not going to be quite so normal anymore. And this is going to show up when you're walking, such as walking with a slight limp, and eventually that's going to trickle into running, and you can kind of see how this negative cascade will build from that. I'm telling you, this is just going to wreak havoc down the line as we continue to try to progress into higher level activities. If we're not checking this massive box, it's just going to create problems down the road. Number two, lacking full extension range of motion means that the quadriceps muscles cannot do their job effectively. Quadriceps strength is such a critical predictor of long-term success after ACL surgery. And guess what? If your knee can't fully extend, then the quad muscles just cannot do their job effectively. So if you're watching this video and you're thinking, John, my surgical knee is not fully straightened compared to the other side, or I'm not too sure if my knees are fully symmetrical when I straighten them, not a problem. DM me the word extension and I'll reach out with a game plan to see if I can help you.